Go.
Okay, welcome to our show. This is the Happy Humanoid Perspective. This is a new platform for us, so we're having some interesting ins and outs and ups and downs. This is episode number 38 of the Happy Humanoids Perspective. I am Miles, and I'm here with my cohorts in crime.
Yes, my name is Edith, Access Consciousness Facilitator as well. Welcome to our show. What inevitability are you choosing? Can you say it so people can get it?
Inevitability.
Inevitability, yes.
I think I lost my picture here.
No, we see you.
Are you seeing me? Oh, okay, I must have done something else here.
Okay.
Oh, it's a separate screen, huh? Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, this is great. The inevitability. What inevitability are you choosing? This is an interesting topic because it's something that, it's like from this movie, The Matrix. I guess everyone's probably seen that. Like, you hear that? The sound of inevitability. It's just this idea that we have this, some of us, I included, have this idea that there's an inevitability about something that I've chosen that I'm not really acknowledging. It's something that I think that's already in place that we can't change, or I don't even acknowledge it to change it. And it could be with anything. So we're going to talk about a lot of different things about inevitability and what that is and how it shows up in our life and what can we do to create something different. Yeah.
Yeah. If we look at the definition of inevitability, I guess what would take for me for the end of the show to say it.
If you just say, you just put a space down, just say inevitability.
Inevitability.
We'll just start and I'll finish it and then you can carry it from there.
Yeah.
Let's practice.
Inevitability.
No, first you begin the sentence and I'll say I can't say it now.
Yeah, so
it's inevitable. That's going to happen. It's just inevitable.
The definition of this word is unable to be avoided, evaded, or escaped. Certain, necessary. So what are these things in your life? What are these domains in your life where there is that kind of inevitability? Is it in relationship? Is it about you? I will be alone for the rest of my life. I will live alone for the rest of my life. I will be poor for the rest of my life. What is it? So and it's not just about this lifetime, because if we made this kind of, it's a conclusion where we cannot, this is how it is and it will always be this way.
Yeah.
So all the inevitability that that you're still in reaction to, that you're still in reaction, or that you function from it and you believe that you don't have any power over it. Well, you now create and destroy it all times a godzillion.
Yes, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah, inevitability. There's so this thing that is in existence, like this idea or this concept of something being inevitable, that there's no other way around it. It's all kept in place by our points of view. So if we have a point of view about something, it's really, it could be a collective point of view. It could be a collective unconsciousness, I'll say, that keeps something in place. And this reality is a good example of that. There's so much of the inevitability of the environment, the inevitability of politics, the inevitability of all these things that so much of us have in place that we're not allowing for something. We're not asking questions in these areas enough to see a different possibility. So everywhere that we have been caught up in this point of view that is keeping the inevitability inevitable, will you destroy and uncreate all that times Godzillion, please?
Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine shorts, balls and beyonds. And all the unconsciousness required to keep this inevitability alive, to keep it going on, will you now uncreate and destroy it all times a Godzillion?
Yes, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and puck, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Yep. Okay. So there's this, I guess, this cycle that is common. I've in the last 10 seconds, in the past, I'll say, I've lived this sort of pattern of having this sense of needing to make a change. I think there's this almost this inevitability of something that is perceived in the future, and unless I make a change, that this inevitability is going to show up, is going to be created. And yet I'm aware that I need, it could be something as simple as cleaning out your closet or cleaning out the fridge or calling someone you've been putting off to call or whatever it is, or resolving some issue or getting your taxes together, whatever that is. There's this kind of inevitability that there's this endpoint in which if we don't get it done before this time or this whatever it is, it's going to be a disaster. And during this time, like for me, when I've done that in the past, there's like this inevitability, like this stress, and there's this energy that I'm keeping in place and making this inevitability true. And it's not as though, here's the weird part, because it's not as though if I were to deal with whatever it is that I'm avoiding, it would just be resolved. But yet, by procrastinating or not choosing something different or believing in this inevitability, there's this long, drawn-out trauma and drama of not doing something that not only is it not fun, so the idea of, well, if I just put it off until I have a year to do this or I have 2 years to do this or whatever it is, if logically I could think, well, I can just enjoy myself for this year or this 2 years or whatever. But really what happens is there's this stress that's just taken on for that whole duration. So this inevitability becomes in present moment. So it's just like this, everything is the opposite of what it appears to be because it's just ongoing. It doesn't go away. So everywhere that we've been emotionally paralyzed by the belief and construct of the inevitability of things that we don't want to do for whatever reason, will you now destroy and uncreate all of the places that we aren't able to do that, please, times a Godzillion?
Right and wrong, good, bad, puck, all nine shorts, balls and beyonds. And everywhere you believe that if you try to ignore it, if you try to deny this, you will put away this inevitability. But what you just do is that you just you are in reaction and you keep it in place. So everything that is, will you uncreate and destroy it all times a Godzillion?
Yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot and puck, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah, so there's like this inevitability of relationships. We could talk about, did you want to say something?
Yeah.
Well, I just have a situation coming up that really came to mind when I saw your topic. And that is that I'm going up to visit my family, my 5 brothers and sisters and my mom and dad.
Okay.
And it's inevitable that we're going to just tear each other to shreds and criticize each other. And, that's just, it's inevitable.
Mm-hmm. It's going to happen, right?
It's just going to happen.
Right. Yeah, that's quite a common sort of family trait, I think.
Yeah.
So how would you like to live it?
Mm-hmm.
How would I like to live it?
Yeah.
Differently. I don't know quite how yet.
Okay. Do you think that you could have the power to change that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what question could you ask here?
what energy, space, and consciousness could I be to change that?
Mm-hmm.
So that we
Yeah.
instead express, because we love each other, but we don't express that very well.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
You
Yeah.
know, it comes out in competition and criticism and making fun of, and
Yeah. That's the way to connect with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's about being this. We hear Dane saying that very often, to be this invitation for a new possibility.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe what if it's about, asking this question and follow the likeness, the awarenesses that you will receive from that. And and if it is, well, people are the way they are. And what would you like to create for you if they are this way?
I'd like to just create some inner changes that were more caring and supportive and encouraging and cheerleading kind of things, and that have that kind of an experience.
Mm-hmm.
So can you do this for you and for them without expecting them to do this with you?
Yeah.
Cool.
You need to bring your pom-poms, though.
Yeah, I know. I need to bring my pom-poms.
Yeah. You can do that easily. They pack
Sprinkle
very
some
well.
fairy dust, sprinkle a little fairy dust. And
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the thing. We cannot change people unless we become an invitation, and if they choose it or not. The thing is, how can you live this with more ease for you?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I like that word invitation. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
And ease. I like that too.
Yes. So, what can you do for you when you are with them, and if they are like blah 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 blah, they are in that kind of energy?
I usually walk away. I don't always hang out for some of that stuff.
Yeah.
They drink a lot, and I don't drink, so
Mm.
I go to bed earlier. Hang out with my mom.
You sleep more when you're in their presence, or you go to bed earlier.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I forgot, what was your question?
Oh yeah, just how could I be more, have that not be so inevitable. But as you pointed out, I can't change them. I can only change my response.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. And this is the thing, when we try to change people, we create ourselves more stress with ourselves instead of just allowing them to be who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's about what can you do for you? What was in your past with them? What was inevitable for you when you were in their presence?
In the past, what was available for me?
What was inevitable for you?
Inevitable. What was inevitable for me?
In their presence.
Oh, that I just feel less than, that I don't express myself real well. I end up just kind of feeling hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so all the patterns that we go back into when we get back into family, all of the things that we've cleared, we think, okay, I'm going to be better this year, and you go, and it's like all of a sudden we're just back into that groove, the inevitable groove. So every time we go back into this inevitable trench of gloom and doom, will you please, all of us, destroy and uncreate all that times a godzillion?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and putt, all nine shorts, spores and beyonds. Yeah.
It seems like there's, no matter how much clearing we do, it's like I've heard lots of people talk about when they get back to family, there's so much reaction to it. There's so much of the buttons that are pushed, and I think there's got to be something about like living in 10-second increments, and that was like one of the things that I thought about with the counter attack to inevitability is like living in 10-second increments, and you can still choose the inevitability for 10 seconds and then just see how it works and then just choose it again and choose something different maybe. But yeah, that was one thing I thought about. That's probably one of the good
antidote.
Yeah, I think so. It's like it certainly will help me to be more present when I'm in a situation like that, to build up the muscle where I can be more at ease in situations that are family related or otherwise, where it's not, where there's like a tendency to go back into the cattle drive where everything is going the same way again and there's always the same patterning and all that.
It's like being a teenager all over again.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
Everybody goes back to where we were when we were that age instead of who we are now.
Right.
Yeah, and what if it's the best field for us to practice ourselves, to see where we're at with ourselves, with our presence, and how can we use this to our advantage? How can we use this field to become more aware of where we trap ourselves into?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because, as we said, we cannot change them. But the thing that we can change is the relationship with ourselves in their presence.
Mm-hmm.
And when we desire to make a change, it's about I heard Gary said that one day, the change will occur when we have gratitude and allowance for others.
Good,
This is where the change will be created. So what if it's about that, having allowance for whatever they choose for themselves and not have any point of view? It's about that. It's about, so what would it take for you to be in that space where you allow them to be who they are and you don't have any more point of view about who they are and what they choose in their life and whatever they say? And everything that doesn't allow that, we don't create and destroy it all times of Godzillion.
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
Good one, Edith. Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, because
allowance.
Yeah, if we choose to function from their reality, it's inevitable that we'll go in the same path as we used to. This is why presence to ourselves is so, and being aware of us in their presence is like something so important, and being an allowance of us too. If we desire to move forward with ourselves, we have to be an allowance of whatever energy is there in us. And 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 then choose, okay, what do I do if I, like you said, if I feel hurt, but what do I do with this? Do I still continue to believe that I am hurt, or do I desire to be in a space where I don't have any point of view, or where I uncreate and destroy everything that keeps me hurt? We have the choice. When we put ourselves in this space where it's inevitable, we're going to be hurt, we're going to be it's going to be this way. This is what we're going to create. So all the decision, judgment, conclusion, computation that bring you to go in this inevitable way of being or behaving with people will, and create and destroy it all times of Godzillion.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah. So you're going to talk about how's that for you, Anne? How are you doing?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Helpful, very helpful.
I was thinking, Edith would talk about maybe the what Dane said was really fascinating to me. Or he didn't say canvas, but I can start if you want, or unless you want to go ahead.
Go please.
Yeah, it's like Dane had this. Was it the Hangout he did or something recently?
It's a SoundCloud we received.
Okay.
For the new class.
Okay, cool. He was talking about the idea that there's this sort of set in place reality that it's already there for us and we just have to choose it, and things are already there. Like there's this big sort of, he didn't describe it this way, but this is the way I'll describe it, like this big pool of things that we want in our life. We just need to go and choose it. And the idea is it's really not that way. It's more, he talks about, it's more about the universe is like, in my words, a blank canvas. And we have infinite possibilities and infinite combinations that we can pull together things and use different things, but nothing is really created. Nothing, the universe is not, in a whole, is not complete. It's not actually created. It's evolving and changing and moving. So the idea that, like on Christmas Eve, or like as a kid expecting to have this certain whatever toy or present, and then it being there under the tree, and that's like how the universe works, but it's not that way. It's like we have the freedom to choose, and it isn't created yet. So it's like this idea that this is what I want to touch on. There's this inevitability in thinking about, well, the life that I desire is out there. My life is out there. The one that I desire it's there for me, waiting for me. But that's not necessarily true. It's there if we create it, but it's not anywhere other than right now. And the same is true with if something is bad, like this inevitability of somebody's health. Oh, it's inevitable that they're going to have this because of their DNA and their family history or whatever. That's just something that's out there. It's not anywhere in existence in any dynamic. It's just the energies out there of different components of it, but it's like the universe is a blank canvas every 10 seconds, and we continue to create it. And I believe that everything that I have around me and in existence comes into play because we all have these points of view, and that we hold these points of view in place, and therefore this is the reality that we are playing in. So, so I thought that was really interesting. Like there's this idea that it's almost like giving up our power by thinking that our good life is out there somewhere, and someday our ship will come in. That's just like, it's not really actively creating our life. It's passively waiting for someone to come and rescue us, or something to come and rescue us, and it doesn't actually create the change that we truly desire. I think all of us do. So everywhere that we're waiting on our laurels to receive the life that we desire, will you and me destroy it and create all of that times a gazillion, please?
Mm-hmm. Right and wrong, good and bad, fucking pot, all nine shorts, bows and beyonds. Yeah, and what if for you, the inevitability. I'll say it again. Yeah, inevitability. Anyway, is about, it's inevitable that I'll have success in my life, or that I'll be famous. But you know what? If this is what is inevitable for you, well, you better begin to create it.
Right.
Because this is not something, as you said, like this universe is like a big pie, and we have to just go and choose. It's about, if you desire that, well, the recipe is about creating it.
Yeah.
So everywhere because the thing about the inevitability is we either feel powerless and we are under the effect of something, or we are in this space of expectation. We expect it, and we are still under the effect of it. We're keeping ourselves passive. We don't allow ourselves to create. We don't allow ourselves to choose. We keep ourselves in that kind of comfort zone, in that kind of cotton ball thing where we just I think it's more like a French expression, this.
Candy works for me. Very cotton ball.
Yeah. Well, it's more like, so everywhere you are waiting for what is inevitable for you to happen. Well, create and destroy it all times a godzillion.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and puck, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
Oh yeah.
You're waiting for it to happen, and then you will do whatever is required for you.
Right.
Create and destroy it all times a godzillion.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and puck, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. It seems like there's like this, I mean, it can be thought of as like panic, like, oh, there's nothing great. Oh, but it's really a stage for me of like excitement. It's like, I don't know, it's something about, it's almost comforting to know that there's nothing created unless, it's like, it's very, I don't know, I think it's exciting. That's just it's like I create my life, and then this is, I think I froze up. Okay.
No?
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's just exciting to me. That's all I want to say. It's like it's a sense of freedom and encouragement. And also, what I want to say was like, if we want to create something in our life, the deck is already stacked in our favor. It's not as though we want to create something that is really difficult for us. What we truly desire to do, it's like we've got all of the cards really that it's like it's really in our favor to win. You know, it's just like we've got to choose it. And that's what the universe, that's how the universe has our back. It's like the things that we desire to do are already there for us. We just need to step into it and create more of that. So everywhere that we're not willing to play the game because we have a seriously unfair advantage of winning, we destroy and play all that times a gazillion.
Right, wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine shorts, balls beyond. And if you realize something tonight, the 5 steps to create anything for you.
Yeah.
First, you have to make a demand about what you desire in life. Okay? Hey, that's enough. This will change. I will do whatever is required. I will be whatever is required, and I will change it. So that's the first step. And then it's, okay, what's going to take for this to show up? And the third is about pot and pocking everything that doesn't allow this to show up. And the fourth is asking the question, what choice do I need to make here? And act upon this choice. And then pot and pock on, do everything that doesn't allow you to receive it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it again and again and again. And of course, what choice do I need to make here? Follow your awareness about whatever is. And as strange as it can be, just follow that. Mm-hmm. The energy, the consciousness is, because when we receive the awareness, well, that's my point of view, when we receive the awareness, it's the consciousness in action that is there to support us and gives us the element for us to move forward regarding of what we're asking. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's like you said about undo everything that doesn't allow us to receive it. Really, what doesn't allow us to receive it is us. You know, we're in the way of receiving it. It's not anything exterior outside the world that's like coming in, you know, whatever. It's our unwillingness to receive it. So that's like all the, Gary says, like the fantasies and the secret agendas and stuff that we set in place so that we don't receive it. So, yeah. So I just want to touch on that. It's like we're usually the barrier that's stopping us, nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
That got me yawning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's just a half-hour show, too. Yeah.
My head's just like,
Yeah. Yeah, we don't do that either. I don't, you know.
No.
Doesn't work for, I mean, you know.
Doesn't affect you.
It's just you, and I'm sorry to say, nobody else. Yeah.
So what have you made so vital, real, and valuable? I can see it direct. I see it well right now. That that create this inevitability in your life. That creates, and everything that is will you create and destroy it all times a godzillion.
Yes, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nice shorts, boys and beyond. I've got 3 clearings I want to read if we got a couple seconds here.
Yeah.
At what point of view are you creating and maintaining to continue the inevitable reality you're choosing? And everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate all that times a godzillion?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nice shorts, boys and beyonds. What paralysis of creation are you choosing? To wait for someone or someone, to wait for something or someone to save you from the inevitability of conformity. And everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate all that times a godzillion?
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
One more. What are the conclusions you are choosing in order to maintain the inevitable, fixed, and solid reality of never having what you desire? Everything that is will you destroy and uncreate all that times Godzillion.
Oh,
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and puck, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
Oh, wow.
3 I jotted down here before the show.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for that.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
So we're at the end of our show.
Yep.
Yeah. Unless you have questions.
You filled me up.
You feel me up.
Emptied me. Maybe that's a better way.
So,
Thank you for joining us tonight.
thanks for joining us. I'm going to play our exit song.
Okay. Let's listen to it in silence.
Good night, Gina.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Thanks for joining our show. We'll see you again next week, and hopefully we'll have all the kinks and warbles worked out of our podcast.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
Tina. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.